what's up everyone? Shaun Murray here, and today we're gonna talk about some history because I got a new board I wanna show you. But first, how did we get here? How did I get here? First time I ever rode a wakeboard, it wasn't called a wakeboard. It was called a scurfer. In fact, I grew up in Southern California, and my family during the summertime, we would camp for weeks on end.
Don't worry, I'm not finished.
Hi, Shaun.
Hi.
What were you doing?
Going down to the bay.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Did you see the woodpeckers?
No. We didn't see him, but we heard him.
That's our little marshmallow thief. Eventually, through our camping, we got a boat, and we would pull our boat up to a shoreline and set up the tent. One time we were up at Lake Shasta, and it was in fact at Silverthorne Marina that we rented a scurfer for the first time. It was this exact model, massive fin on this thing. Took me a few times to get up, but once I got up, I was like, this is cool. I like standing sideways because I was surfing at the beach in Southern California as a kid. We were water skiing, and I got to combine it behind the boat. The next year, in 1988, our family moved from Southern California to Lake St. Louis, Missouri, because my dad was a pilot for TWA. That's where their hub was. And I got this literally like a week before we moved. And this is the next level in riding because it had a little bit of a wider shape. You could get a little bit more air. My buddy Jeff and I, we still ride together to this day, but we sewed luggage straps on our heels because when we would try to do flips, the thing would fly off our feet. Didn't quite work, but that was what we wanted to do. That was the first board that really changed the game of ski boarding. It went from scurfing to ski boarding because Hyperlite came out in 1991, and this actually had a heel strap, went around here, that one's still on there, and what that allowed you to do was spins and inverts. Also, that thin board really changed how it interacted with the water and what it felt like to ride around. I then got the HO Pro. That was the next year. It was like in 92, I believe. And I was riding Hyperlite since the first Hyperlite in 91. I started competing in 1995, and that was the year that I got sponsored by Hyperlite. So that was 30 years ago. I've had pro models since 1997. This is my first pro model. These are not all my pro models. These are just kind of significant ones. Like these are the 98 foam and honeycomb, 2000, 10th pro model, 20th pro model. This here is my current 2024 Hyperlite Shaun Murray Pro Model. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys my 30th anniversary Hyperlite Pro Model. Here it is, 30 years with Hyperlite. I remember standing on the shorelines of the Portland Pro Tour stop when I first met everyone from Hyperlite, and they said they wanted to sponsor me. Of course, that would be sick. I've grown up riding their boards since the beginning, and they want to sponsor me? Well, here we are 30 years later. That's crazy that not only I've enjoyed being on the water for 30 years, but with the same company, and it's been a great relationship. So Hyperlite, thank you. And here's the base of it. Boom! This thing is sick. Well, at least I think it's sick. Hopefully you like it, but I really like this graphic. And just so you know, my board shapes and the graphics are something that I've collaborated with Hyperlite since my 97 Pro model. So we get to create different stories, and the story of this one is a collage of a bunch of the different boards that I have hanging up right here on the wall. So if you look into the details, you're going to see these boards because this is here. It's also on the top deck, but there's more. If you look along this center line of the board, you're gonna see starting in 1995, 96, 97, all the way out to 2025, a significant thing that happened every year. So if you get this board or see it in a shop, you can take a second just to read some of the things that I've written down. They're like, oh, what happened in 1998? And I think that was when I won Worlds. So 1998, one of my favorite films, Mayday, and landed a couple significant 720s at Lake Powell. 2014, first time competing on American Ninja Warrior, and hashtag Pass the Handle started. So yeah, I got to compete on American Ninja Warrior. If you've ever seen that show, I did it 4 times. 2 times went pretty well, 2 times not so well, but that was a lot of fun. That's still how I practice in my backyard. It's honestly why I'm kind of sweaty right now. I was just working out, but that's very important. I think it's important that we stay active, and that's why I think wakeboarding is such a good thing to keep us moving in life. I honestly think that physical fitness leads to mental fitness, and it allows us to be in a better headspace. And wakeboarding is a great workout. Well, a lot of times people are gonna say, yeah, I like wakeboarding, but impact is too much. If you haven't seen my content on how to lower the risk in wakeboarding by slowing the speed down, shortening the line, letting the ballast out of the boat, it allows you to still have a ton of fun wakeboarding and not get those hard impact falls and make you go, I just want to wake surf right now. So wakeboarding is one of the most fun things that I do out in the water. It's pretty much the most fun. Right next to it, foiling. You can also see the content on that. This board actually hasn't changed shape since 2015. Some people are going to see that as, well, it hasn't changed the shape. That's for a good reason. It's because we consider it to be one of like the best shapes. Are we talking about different things we could do to change the design? Sure, and we may do that in the future, but it's been the same for a long time because this is a really good user-friendly board. The rocker line. I always have believed in a continuous rocker board, but what we did years ago was we accelerate the rocker from your feet outward, which gives you that, what people call three-stage rocker, gives you more snap off the wake. Yes, I want to get high into the air, but I also want soft landing. So what we do to do that is keep the board bent in between your feet, so no flat spot. But we also have a couple things that are happening in between your feet. Number one, the rolled edge on toe side and heel side. That allows you to not want to catch the edge as much, and that's how I can get away with doing those high-speed slides out in the whip and playing around on the wake, because I like to spend a lot of time on the water. The other thing is this spine right through the middle that allows you to have those spoon-like landings and real playful feel on the water. And one of the ways to see that is literally put the board down and watch her go. So what this shows you is only touching that very middle of the board, so it has rocker in every direction, gives you really soft landings, and that's what you'll see or feel when you ride this board, is it gives you a real nice user, that landed perfect, real nice user-friendly feeling. So I could go a little bit farther into details, but one of the best ways to do it is go check these out at hyperlite.com, get one for yourself. I've got this thing not only in the sizes for the adults, this comes in a 134, 139, a 144, and a 150. If you're a little Murray Junior rider that wants to ride the kids board, that comes in a 120 and a 127. And if you're a girl who wants to ride this board, I got you covered. The Prism comes in a 134 and a 139. Same shape, girl graphic, any size, boys, girls, women's, we got you. But let's stop talking. Let's get out on the water. Let's go have some fun. I tell you what, I am so grateful that I still am not only on the water, but this is what I get to do for a living. And one of my biggest goals is to encourage you guys to get out on the water and have a good time for yourself. Whether it's wakeboarding, wake surfing, foiling, barefooting, slalom skiing, whatever it is, just get out on the water with your family and friends and stay active. And if you have any questions or comments on the Murray board or any of the Hyperlite gear, put those in the comments below, and I'm happy to do what I can to point you in the right direction. And so yeah, that was an amazing time. I tell you, man, what a fun time to go out there and keep the speed slow. Yeah, that was 20.3 miles an hour, not 23 miles an hour, 20.3, 65 feet with only 3 tanks filled in my Super Aeronautique G23, filled to 50%. That was a lot of fun. So, man, thank you guys for watching. And if you don't subscribe, maybe consider doing that, and you can hit the notification bell to know when videos are going live. Maybe get that first comment. I honestly appreciate it when you like and share this, so go click that thumbs up. No matter what you're doing, always enjoy your ride. Peace!
So I'll just finish up a really fun session on my 2025 Murray Pro board. This thing is awesome. It's a classy day, Paragon. Enjoy your ride. Peace!